We all know that Toronto is one of the most expensive places to live on earth. But how expensive is expensive? I'll let you know right after this. Hi, my name is Villar-Cisneros with Right at Home Realty, and if this is the first time you're tuning into this channel, and if you'd like to know everything you need to know about living, working, playing in Toronto, and its real estate, subscribe to the channel now and don't forget to hit the bell so that you'd be notified first when a new video has been released. As you know, living in Toronto is really expensive. So today I'm going to walk you through the cost of living in Toronto, like starting from the very basic. So how is it like to live in Toronto? So today we're going to talk about housing, transportation, food, entertainment, and taxes. When you first move to Toronto and you don't have a family member or a friend that you are going to move with, then you will need housing. So today I'm going to talk about downtown core living and in central Toronto. As you know, Toronto City is really big, so we're gonna focus on these two places for now. So the average selling price of a small, and I mean small, condo apartment in downtown Toronto will cost you somewhere around $661,000. And if you are putting a down payment between 5 and 20%, then that will translate into $2,200 to $2,700 a month. So throughout this video, when you hear dollars, it meant Canadian currency. Okay, so let's move on. So if you'd like to move somewhere central Toronto will cost you more, and it's somewhere around $727,000 as a starting point. And this is condo living. Now, if you're thinking of buying a detached home in Toronto, it will cost you somewhere within $1.1 million. Now, if you wanted to live in central Toronto, it will cost you more. The average sales price of a detached home in central Toronto starts at $1.14 million. So if you're putting a minimum down payment of 20% for a $1.1 million home, it will cost you somewhere around $3,400 a month. So now going back to the condo living, so if you buy a condo property, you will also pay for what we call maintenance fee. This is the fee that the condo corporation will charge to maintain the property, and sometimes it will include the water charges, the building insurance, the amenities, the common elements, the visitor parking, and if they have gym or whatever amenities that they have as part of their common elements. So in order to get into the condo, you still have to pay this on a monthly basis, and normally you pay it on every first of the month. So on top of this, you will have to pay a property tax. For a small condo apartment in Toronto, you will be looking at somewhere around $100 to start with every month. Now, for a condo fee, you are looking at a starting point of somewhere around $350. So prepare to pay on top of your mortgage payment somewhere around at least $500 to $600. So if you are going to pay $2,200 for your condo mortgage, then add about $500, so that will bring you to $2,700 a month for housing alone. Now let's talk about food. So grocery shopping, if you are single, you are looking around somewhere $300 to $400, and it will go higher if you have another person with you. Now, if your plan is to rent one bedroom condo apartment within the downtown core, you are looking at an average rental of about $2,085. So if you would like to save on the rental cost, you could probably look at some studio apartment, and you just convert it to a bedroom at night if you're a student or just a single professional. Now, if you'd like to save, you are probably looking at going a little bit east or a little bit west of the downtown core. Now, if you rent a condo that does not include the heating and the hydro, then you need to pay for that separately. Now, when you rent or when you buy a property, you will need a home insurance. So for a little condo, it will cost you somewhere in the upwards of about $30 a month. Since we talked about utilities, now an average cost of utility, and I meant heating, we talk about gas, or if it's an electric heating, and hydro or electricity, and water. Majority of condos in Toronto includes water charges in their maintenance fee. So if you're by yourself and it's just around 600 or 700 and below square footage, then you're looking at probably around $50 to $100 a month for your utility bills. Now let's talk about transportation. If this is the first time that you're moving into Toronto and you haven't bought a car yet, then you are looking to use the Toronto's transit system. We call it TTC, or Toronto Transit Corporation system. So this will enable you to go around places within the city of Toronto using the subway system, the bus, and the streetcars. So the beauty of it is when you buy a pass or you buy a Presto card, then it will only be one fare for one way, and it gives you 2 hours grace period to go from one place to another. So let's say that you chose to live somewhere east of Toronto, and it will take you 4 means of transportation to go to your destination. So let's say you'll take 2 buses, 1 subway, and 1 streetcar. So you will pay a 1 ride for $3.25. So that will let you go transfer from the first bus to the next bus to the subway to the streetcar on a one-way route. So you have 2 hours of grace period to reach from your first point to the final point of your destination. Now, if you are going to use the system every day or a majority of the days of the week, then you should buy a monthly pass. A monthly pass for an adult will cost you about $156 a month. If you know that you'll be using the transit system for the whole year, then I suggest that you buy the 12-month monthly pass, and it will cost you less for $143 a month. Now, if you have a car to start with, then you're looking at gas prices somewhere between $88 to $1.10 for a regular liter of a gas, and roughly 10 to 20 cents more for a premium gas per liter. Now, parking is extremely expensive in downtown core. That's why a lot of people are moving to downtown, so they don't have to use their cars and they can just walk, because most of the downtown condos are like walking distance. Actually, it will be faster for you to walk than ride a transit if you're just within the downtown core. Now, going back to parking. So parking in Toronto, for a short-term parking, it will cost you somewhere between $1 and $4 per hour on Green P parking. And if you take the lots, it will cost you somewhere between $10 to $25 and upwards, depending if there is a special event. Now let's talk about restaurants and bars. So a beer or a wine or a cocktail can start from around $6. It can go lower or higher depending on what type of bar or restaurant you went into. And if you go to the high end, it will cost you probably $10 or more. And if you are looking to eat out, say on a steakhouse like Keg, Well, starting steaks can be probably around $27, appetizers around $10, dessert around $8, and salad around $10. So you got the picture, right? So prepare to spend probably $60 to $80 for 2 people. Now, if you watch my previous video about 21 things about Toronto, one of them is our tipping culture. So prepare to add 15 to 20% tip on top of that price. And so if you're into gym, it will cost you somewhere starting around $50. So if you are buying or renting a place downtown, check those amenities so that it will be free for you instead of you paying for those. Now, internet in Toronto, it will start somewhere around $50. If you want the highest speed, then it will cost you more. Cell phone service, unlimited in the lower speed, could start around $60 to $70. So if you'd like to subscribe to a Disney Channel or Crave or Netflix, you're looking at somewhere around $17 for. And don't forget that we also have what we call Harmonized Sales Tax. So this is a tax added to goods and services that you use. So let's say you went to a department store and you want to buy a $10 shirt. So prepare to pay an extra 13% on top of that. So that will cost you $11.30. Now, speaking of taxes, we also have our personal income tax. So let's break down the taxes. So if you are earning a gross income or an income before tax of $50,000, then prepare to pay an income tax of somewhere around $10,775. So for a $75,000 gross income, you are looking at $18,753 tax. If you have a $100,000 income, you are looking at $27,133 tax. Or now for a $150,000 income, you're looking at about 27.53% tax. Now for a $250,000 income, you are looking at almost $100,000 tax. Now if your income is around $500,000, then you are looking at somewhere close to a 50% tax. Now, if the cost of living in the city of Toronto is still too high for you, you could move a little bit east of Toronto or west of Toronto, just outside of the city of Toronto as a whole, and you will find yourself saving a lot of money. Now that you know everything you need to know about the cost of living in the city of Toronto, check out my other video about 21 things that you need to know before moving to Toronto. We get a lot of calls about moving to Toronto. So if you or someone you know is looking to move to Toronto or anywhere in the greater Toronto area, give us a call, text us, or email us, or whatever works for you, and we will make your move a breeze. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Don't forget to share.